Hey everyone, it's Nadia from Leah Designs, and I'm back with a very exciting tutorial. At least it's very exciting for me. I am creating a koi pond inspired clock, and this is an idea that's been kind of in the back of my mind for a very long time, probably at least 3 or 4 months, and I just haven't had a chance to work on it. So I'm super excited to finally get it done for you here. And I was so excited about this piece actually that I didn't anticipate creating a tutorial for it. I was just, in the zone working, but I figured, let me, take the pieces that I did record and see what I can put together for you. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. So in the time lapse, you saw that I had already had my wooden board, I had poured resin over it and that had cured. So I had used a mica powder, which was Mayspring's Imperial Emerald, which is one of my favorite colors right now. And I had poured that, and then once that was cured, I kind of sketched out my lines onto the resin with just like a water-based marker, and then went ahead with my Serenity relief and outlined the design. So, and once that was dry, then I started to basically just color in the sections with different types of paints and glitters and a whole bunch of different things. So we'll go through that as we go along here. The first thing that I'm using is Pebeo's Prisme Fantasy. It's that honeycomb paint that you've seen me use before. And actually, I'm going to show you guys a lot of these products later on in the video when after I pour the top coat of resin. So just stick around for that. And so once that was done, the next thing I did is I actually just used regular gold paint to paint out sections that I wanted to kind of identify for this next product that I want to show you guys. So, and then I'm just putting down some gloss varnish to kind of act as a glue for it. So I'm going to show you what it is. I pre-cut these pieces here, and this is called Dichrolam, and it's a specialty product that I found online on Instagram actually, but he does have a website as well. His name is John Blazy, and he creates this gorgeous product which just has such an amazing shine to it, and it looks so incredible in resin. So I went ahead and had already cut out all the pieces that I needed, and I'm using 2 different color ways of his products here, and actually they're quite different in their texture and their shine as well. So again, I'll show you some of this later on in the video, but I had gone ahead and I pre-cut them, and now I'm basically just gluing them in place. And I put the gold around it underneath, because just in case there was any gaps, I didn't want the green background showing through, so this kind of hid that a little bit for us as well. So as you can see, and I use the same technique. If you're wondering how I cut these pieces, I use the same technique that I've shown you guys in some of my other videos, where I used a piece of acetate to basically place on top, and then I took a Sharpie marker and then, traced out the shapes that I needed, and I placed that, I cut those out, and then I placed them on top of the actual Dichrolam product, and then cut those out to the size. So it worked out really well. I mean, nothing's going to be 100% perfect, which is again why I went in. Oh, and I'm showing you this color here, which is just, it's so cool. It's like, it has oranges and reds and purples. It's just so neat. And so I placed those in. And yeah, so we'll just go ahead and finish up a bit more of these. And like I said, I put the gold in again, just to kind of hide the background. It also helped me remember which pieces I needed to put where. So sometimes those kind of indicators are helpful as well. Okay, so once we were done with that, with adding in those pieces, I wanted to go ahead and finish up our fish. So once again, I'm using Pebeo's Fantasy Prisme, or Prisme Fantasy, and this is just their pearl white. So I just went in and added in that color, and I did actually end up using a couple other colors because I wanted the koi fish to have a little bit more, just kind of like more, not really texture, because I mean the Prisme is going to add texture, but I did want to add in some variations in color for the koi fish as well. So you'll see that I was adding in some oranges. There's like a lighter orange and then almost like a coral color that I was using, and I kind of blended those together as well a little bit with the white pearl color as well. So this way it just kind of gave a bit more interest. It wasn't just flat coloring for the fish as well. So I got those done for those, and I just kind of blended with this product. If you blend it with with the same product but other colors in the same product line, you'll get some really neat effects with that as well. And then I went on to my Lotus Flowers, which I know are not the typical color, but I really wanted to use these oranges and coral colors on this piece. So, and as well, actually some purples as well. I just thought it's kind of like a fantasy kind of pond. It's not necessarily realistic, which sometimes I think is really nice, especially because I wanted to do some color matching with the Dichrolam as well. I wanted to kind of color match that. So this way everything kind of, looked like it really worked well together. So for the flowers, what I was using was just this is just glitter. These are Lrisy glitters, and I mixed them with my DuraClear gloss varnish. And like as if you've been following me for a while, you've seen me use this technique 100 times already. So basically just mixing with the varnish and then painting it into the flower here. And again, I'm using two different colorways of glitter. I use an orange, and then I also use kind of more of a pinkish corally color. And then in the little edge details of the flowers, I am using, again, just a purple fine glitter, again, mixed with the gloss varnish. So again, just wanted to pick up some of the colors that are shown in the koi fish, so that's why I chose those colors for that. So once I was done, and as you can see in the background, I've already added some other glitters as well, and I'm going to talk about those a little bit more later in the video. So just because I think I was just only kind of getting clips here and there. So after I did all this, all these details, I did leave some sections without any glitter or any other kind of product on top because I wanted some of the background to show through. So I let all that dry for about 6 to 8 hours just to make sure, or even overnight. I'm sure I left it overnight. And then once it was all ready, then I went ahead and poured our top coat of resin. Okay, so our clock is now finished in terms of the resin. So you can see the resin cured beautifully on top, and you can see all the lovely textures and patterns that we have going on here. I can't tell you guys, honestly, like I can't tell you how much I'm in love with this clock. Like it's been in my mind for so long, and to see it, well, almost complete here it's really exciting for me. So super excited. But anyway, because the first part of this video, a lot of it was just, voiceover on pre-recorded video, I want to quickly show you guys some of the products that I used that I mentioned earlier. So I know most of you are probably really interested in the Dichrolam. So this is the product here, and so you can see it has, this particular one has kind of like a rubber backing, but it's just, look at just how amazing it is. But as I mentioned, it's like really expensive. Like it's a really premium product, and I wouldn't necessarily say it's something we would use in, very small pieces unless, you want to make that investment in your pieces. Like I would definitely use it in a larger piece like this. And the maker of it, his name is John Blazy. I'm gonna link him in the description of this video so you can check out his Instagram and his website. So you can just see here that actually his website's right here. It's dichrolam.com, and this is Black Sea 2X. So it's a heavy texture, and it has kind of like this rubber backing on it. And also you can actually just see it also has a protective sheet on top. and it's just, the shine on it is so incredible. But like I said, it is a premium product, and when you go to his website or his Instagram, you will see that the type of things that people are making with it are like, you know, very, you know, more high-end, higher priced items. And he recommend, when I talked to him about this product originally, and it comes in all different colors. So as I mentioned earlier, like the fish, this little patch on the koi fish, that's actually his product as well. Same kind of thing, just slightly different texturing and coloring. He has many different kinds, but they're all in that premium market. And he did mention to me that it's best to kind of use the product sparingly, which is what I did. So, you know, use it more as accents on your pieces rather than, you know, create a whole piece just with like, you know, a whole bunch of this like as the primary focus on the piece. I mean, obviously, you know, as an artist, we have our visions. And if you have something that, you know, you feel would really work with something like this and it's worth the investment, then 100% go ahead and do that. I just want to give you guys fair warning that you're going to go to the website and, you know, be concerned that I'm promoting like this really expensive product, but I think it does have its purpose. And it's, you know, obviously it can be a feature in a piece like this. Like it really just brings this clock to life. Like if you look at it, it just really just brings another element to the clock that isn't, you know, that wouldn't have been there otherwise. I mean, it still would have been really pretty without it, but it just takes it up to the next level, which is what I really liked about this. And I had this product in mind for a long time. I've actually had this product in my studio for, I want to say about 5 or 6 months. And it's just been, you know, I've been waiting for the right project to put it on. I didn't really want to just throw it on any project that I had. I wanted to make sure it was the right product, the right project for this product. So, you know, I always try to make sure that whatever products I'm using, I'm actually really, you know, honoring the product and making sure it's being used in its kind of ideal purpose, or at least, you know, even if I'm experimenting, I really put a lot of thought into it to make sure that it's, you know, I feel like it's not just being thrown in as an afterthought, like we're actually, you know, giving it a purpose. And that's really important to me. So I do, you know, put a lot of time and effort and thought into the pieces that I create for that. And like I said, I waited a long time to use this. And there are some other ones, like I said, if you go to his Instagram or his website, you'll see some of the other products. This one is just gorgeous and beautiful for water textures, or I could even imagine it being like dragon scales, or what else could it be? It could be, I don't know, just like I said, water textures. It has a really like natural look to it with the blues and the greens and the oranges. So it could definitely work for that. I mean, maybe kind of like a fantasy snake skin, like something like that. But in any case, I just wanted to introduce that product to you guys again and just kind of show you this particular one that was used here. And obviously early in the video, I explained how I applied it. And what else do we use? So you guys are familiar with Pebeo because I use it for pretty much everything. So the one I used was the Serenity Relief, and this is the, and I never say it right, Vermeil Gold. And so that was used for the outlines. I used the Pebeo Fantasy Prisme. These are just some of the colors that I use. So these are the Fantasy, it's the honeycomb effect ones. I'll show you those, and you can see kind of the bottom, the colors. So those I used, and I kind of mix and match them here also with the pearl white. I mix those in. And then my glitters were, before I go from the Pebeo, I wanted to show, and I don't know if I'm going to mention it earlier in the video. Sorry guys, this part of the video is kind of real time. I'm talking to you right now. Earlier in the video, it was a voiceover, which I actually haven't done yet. So if I overlap any information, I'm really sorry, but I'm trying to piece this video together for you from kind of like bits and pieces of recordings. But for the lily, like the lotus flower, like the leaves around it, as you can see here, you'll see that some of them have that honeycomb pattern and some of them do not. Like this one's flattened out, this one's kind of swirly. I did different things there with that, and obviously there's some glitter ones. And you can see on the bottom, I did the same thing, like same kind of thing. There's some areas that just kind of look more swirled. And what I did is I put the product on the same for all the sections of the leaves, but what I also did is I swirled, like as this product started to dry a little bit. It wasn't dry, but it kind of thickens just like resin does. And when it kind of has been sitting for a few minutes, I went in, I started to swirl it just to give different textures in the leaves there. So if you are using this product, that's another way to use it if you're trying to get various types of textures in your paint. So there's that. And of course, oh, the dial is a piece like this. This has a film on it, but obviously, as you can see, it ends up being a mirror. Once you take the film off. So these I got on Etsy. They'll be links in the description under the video as well. And obviously, and of course, my glitters, which, you know, very, very important to all of my pieces. All the glitters are from Lrisy. Now, I don't have all the packages here because I kind of put a lot of it away since I worked on this, but this is the one of the main ones here, which is the ones here is this one. And this is, if you guys can see the code there. So Lrisy has, like, honestly, some of the most amazing glitters, and they have a huge variety. So if you're, as you can see on this piece, I have, like, in the flowers, it's fine glitter, and same thing in the leaves here. And then I have this chunky glitter I just showed you there. And what else do I have? The purple, I think even these ones right here. So all different kinds. So you can definitely find what you need if you check out their site. I think I use them for so many of my pieces, and I have so many of their glitters, and they're all amazing. Like, honestly, like, I haven't found one that I've truly disliked yet. So check that out. Again, everything is going to be in the description under the video. Okay, so with all that being said, we just need to finish up the clock. So what we're going to do is I'm going to drill the center hole, and if you'll see this in some of my previous videos, I'll probably link one in the description that shows the actual process of, how I just use a hand drill to drill the hole, and then the assembly. But I'm not going to really show that on camera, maybe just through a quick time lapse, but I won't walk you guys through because I've done it before. So anyway, I'm going to get that done and we'll be back for the finished piece. All right, so here we go. I've added the clock mechanism to it, so you can see there. I went with the simple one for this one just because there's so much going on, and I did it in the gold because, again, it just kind of contrasts and it kind of lets the time piece stand out a bit, and then there's still a lot happening around the clock. So around the clock. Anyways, guys, all right, so that's pretty much it. I will get some glamour shots at the end just to kind of get the beauty of it all, but I hope you guys like this tutorial, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and share and leave a comment and let me know what you thought of this clock. Like I said, I'm super excited about it, but let me know what you think, especially when it comes to, like, making a functional pieces like a clock. I know we do lots of trays and coasters, but doing something like this, which will, go on the wall, and it has its dual purpose. So it's, it's pretty, but it also, has its function of being a clock. This has become one of my favorite things to do, and I'd love to hear what you guys think of pieces like this. I do have some more that I am working on. Actually, I'm working with some new materials that I'm excited to share with you guys soon too. I'm still kind of in the process of working with it, but I can't wait to get that on the channel. And again, I hope you guys love this clock as much as I do, and just like I know this is definitely, a more advanced style, and sometimes I just really want to show you guys, what I do, and I love teaching and showing the different techniques that I use. And if you actually look really carefully at this type of piece, everything that's in here are techniques that I've actually already taught in other videos, but more simplified. And then this is kind of taking it to the next level, taking those techniques that I've taught you and then showing you what you can do with it at the next level. So, and that's kind of where I want to kind of mix in with my channel now too, is to show you guys not only, how to do things in terms of the basics of the techniques, but also show you, how to create even bigger and more detailed pieces with it. So if you like this type of content, please let me know. Like I said, I'm hoping to keep some kind of a mix on the channel, but I really do want to start showcasing a little bit more of some exciting ideas and how I want to push things forward. Oh, and don't forget, there's that new super chat button underneath. I think that's what it's called now, or super thanks, super chat. I don't know. There is that button down underneath the video as well. So, if you'd like to, buy me a coffee or, you know, I don't know, a piece of pie. I don't even know. But if you like to do that, for, you know, feel free. I don't know how it works or anything like that. So if you guys are familiar and you want to explain it to me, I'd love to hear about it. I just know that YouTube's been telling me I've got to start doing more with my channel to kind of, you know, add features. And I'm hoping in the future to do some things like live streams and things like that. So we're still working towards that. My house is still chaos right now with the kids being home. So we'll see. Hopefully in the future, we'll get to do something like that. Okay, I am going to go. I will talk to you guys later. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye.